The current tech job market is tough and kinda crazy. It sometimes feels like a zombie apocalypse. But don't let random YouTubers scare you off from applying and landing your dream job, because there is a positive side too. In this video, I want to talk about what's going on in the job market, share some useful research tools, and give you tips how to survive and succeed in it. Since 2020, we've been through a lot. Mass hiring, then sudden layoffs from big tech companies, hiring freezes, tech salaries going down, brutal job market of 2023 and 2024, and now we are in 2025. Let's start by talking about what happened in the past few years to better understand the whole picture. The 2010s and all the way up to 2020 was a golden era of software engineering, with exceptionally high salaries and a relatively low bar to get into the industry. A lot of people even switched from other industries into tech because of the high salaries and strong job market. There was a constant shortage of software engineers and companies were hiring aggressively. Honestly, I miss those days. And then in 2020, the global pandemic hit and changed a lot. The pandemic messed up with a lot of tech companies that relied on some sort of physical product or service. For example, companies like Booking.com suffered because of lockdowns. So some companies started laying off staff. On the other hand, companies like Meta, Google, and Amazon enjoyed a completely different experience. They were reporting record earnings and their stock was soaring, so they started aggressively hiring in 2020 and 2021. In actual numbers, Amazon hired 800,000 employees, Meta 27,000, and Alphabet 52,000. And these greedy hiring practices led them to a place where they had to fire a bunch of people. Alright, let's now address the layoffs. Over the last 3 years, from 2022 to 2025, tech companies laid off over 600,000 employees. Check out this graph. The worst layoffs happened at the end of 2022 and in 2023. Unfortunately, 2024 didn't turn out to be the year we all hoped for. It had some easing in layoffs, but they were still happening. According to the website Layoffs FYI, the companies with the biggest layoffs were Amazon, Meta, Google, Dell, and Microsoft. In Europe, Ericsson, SAP, Philips, and Booking.com. These companies previously had a reputation of being a dream employers. Given the magnitude of these layoffs and current economic conditions, the tech job market looks a lot different than it did 5 years ago. Even the most employable workers like senior engineers are struggling to find work, and if they do land a job, they are taking a pay cut. If this is the experience for senior engineers, imagine what it's like for recruiters, marketing professionals, or junior developers. Okay, what sparked the tech layoffs? The first and obvious is the pandemic and the following economic downturn, including inflation and economic uncertainty. Second, mass hiring during the pandemic led to overhiring and then laying off staff. And third, of course, the development of AI and automation, which led to job cuts in roles that became redundant. But there is also a positive side here. Yes, companies can produce code much faster with AI, but it's not the hardest part. You still need to review, test, maintain, and improve code for years to come. And that's why you need skilled software engineers. Alright, so what's the current state of the tech job market? Here's the data from trueup.io, which shows the number of open tech jobs worldwide. You can clearly see that there was a peak in 2022, followed by a brutal slowdown. Now it seems like the market has stabilized and is slowly getting better in Q1 2025. Layoffs are still happening, but not on the same scale as before. I found some interesting data. So far, in 2025, there have been 200 layoffs at tech companies, affecting 40,000 people. You can even see the company names: Meta, Microsoft, HP, Salesforce, and others. For example, in January, Meta announced it was cutting 5% of its workforce to reduce costs and boost profits. Interestingly, the same companies are also hiring. You can clearly see that all the big tech companies have open positions. It's a classic fire and hire strategy. Companies cut jobs in some areas or shift focus, but at the same time they are hiring for roles they see as more valuable, like AI, cloud computing, or whatever's trending. So yeah, it's not like those companies stopped hiring, they just shift focus. Overall, it's still a tough job market with a really high level of competition. I've got a few friends who are interviewing at the moment and they are reporting a pretty bad situation. Job search now takes longer than before, up to 6 months or even longer, so be prepared for that, especially if you're new to the industry. There are a few places you can check out to see who is hiring and what questions are like. One great spot is our beloved lead code. Go to the discuss section of this site, then to compensation, and here you can see people posting their recent offers. And if you go to the interview experience section, you'll see recent interviews, questions asked, and feedback. Another solid website where you can find a ton of information about the tech job market is trueup.io. I love their data visualization, they track layoffs, hiring trends, and open roles, making it easy to see which companies are still hiring. So, what's my advice for the current tech job market? First, it's tough, but you can do it. I know it sounds cheesy, but it's true. Don't let others discourage you from actually trying to find a tech job, applying, or moving to a better position. I strongly believe in stoic mindset, which means focusing on what you can control versus what you can't control. You can't control what companies are doing, you can't control HRs and interviewers, but you can control how much time you spend preparing for job interviews, researching, and improving your skills. You can control your mindset and your desire to work and build something awesome. Employers aren't always looking for the most experienced person. They look at how much the person actually wants to work and puts effort. Sure, a lot of people say that it's easier to find a job as a senior or staff software engineer, and that things are really bad for juniors. But I would argue that a healthy team always needs a fresh blood. Juniors and interns bring in that energy. We even joke with friends that some engineers over 30 are too old to code for 8 hours a day, and they prefer to manage rather than getting their hands dirty with coding new features. Second, don't dream about one perfect company. Interviews are a numbers game. The more companies you apply to, the higher your chances of finding the right fit. You can practice, learn something new in the interview, and figure out what are you looking for. Third, tech moves fast and you gotta keep learning. Try out new programming languages, tools, or whatever's popular right now, even if it means stepping out of your comfort zone. And don't forget about soft skills like talking about your project or working well with a team. A little extra effort here and there can really pay off during the interviews. Fourth, networking isn't just for extroverts. Seriously, a lot of companies hire through referrals because it makes them feel safer about who are they hiring. Go to meetups, talk to people in the industry, and don't be afraid to put yourself out there. Also, consider building a personal blog. It's a great way to showcase your skills and get noticed. You never know who might stumble upon your work and reach out with an opportunity. Getting rejected can feel pretty rough, but it's part of the process. Instead of feeling down, ask for feedback. Even if it's not much, a little insight can help you understand what to work on for the next time. Rejections help you learn and get better for the next interview. And lastly, remember that the more you practice, the more chill you'll be during the real interview. Do some mock interviews with your friends or book them online with someone who's been through it. Just keep practicing and you'll feel more confident when it counts. If you enjoy my content, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching and good luck with your interviews.